Some might say that we live in an age of darkness. People seem more on edge, more angry than ever before. The truth is, people are afraid and fear becomes anger. Jesus said, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." I believe Jesus was talking about agape love. Selfless love. We often think that we must do something big, some grand gesture to qualify as selfless love. However, selfless love is actually accomplished by small selfless acts.
Lucy, we're running late. I need to get this package to the post office before it closes. If this package isn't postmarked with today's date, I will be out $10,000.
Dante, it's 4:45. The post office closes at 5 o'clock. Google Maps says under current conditions, the trip will take only 5 minutes. We have 15 minutes to make a 5-minute drive.
Well, if we put the pedal to the metal, we should make it in time.
Dante, wait a minute. Look, Josephine, our elderly next-door neighbor, is struggling to get her groceries from her car to her front door. Should we give her a hand?
Yes, of course.
Dante, it's 4:50. Google Maps says under current conditions, the trip to the post office will take only 6 minutes. We now have 10 minutes to make a 6-minute drive.
No problem.
Oh no, construction ahead. 3 lanes merge into one. The car to our left, they look very angry, very impatient. Shall we let them merge into our lane?
Yes, of course.
Google now says under current conditions, the trip to the post office will take 10 minutes. It's now 4:55. We now have 5 minutes to make a 10-minute drive. We're not going to make it. It appears that no good deed goes unpunished. Dante, your acts of kindness just cost you $10,000.
Well, as the good book says, love that costs me nothing is meaningless.
Dante, we have to talk.
What's up?
Lucy stormed out of the studio this morning. She and Zoe are at it again.
Mackie, don't worry about it. All things will pass away.
Dante, man up.
Sorry, my doctor diagnosed me very immature for my age.
The dissension between Lucy and Zoe will not simply resolve itself.
I don't see any overwhelming insurmountable issues.
Open your eyes, Dante.
My doctor diagnosed me with selective vision. I see only what I want to see.
Open your ears and listen.
Sorry, selective hearing.
Then hear this, unless you step up, this band will break up.
The circle of life.
How can I help you?
I want this hair sample tested against the DNA collected from Dante of Dante's Demons. When can I expect the test results?
Should take 2 to 3 weeks.
During a routine insurance inventory check at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dante's Demons instruments were deemed fakes.
Not this again.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame refuses to publish this information because it will, in the words of the director, open Pandora's box.
Robert, you have to let this go.
I can't let this go. I believe Dante's Demons stole those instruments. Willard, you have to admit, the evidence is growing.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Are we on for dinner this evening?
Sorry, I have to work late tonight.
Again? Exit stage right. Neglected boyfriend.
And how is Wanda?
I can say no more. After all, she told me all this in confidence.
Have another cup of coffee.
I really shouldn't.
So, what did she do after she found out about the betrayal?
What any self-respecting female would do. She bought a bright red pair of pants and washed them with all of his white items. That evening when he come home and opened up his dresser, he found all of his white items were bright pink.
What did he do?
He did what any self-respecting male would do. He took all of her Cosmopolitan magazines and burned them in the fireplace.
What happened next?
Wanda took his day timer organizer, ripped it apart and ran it into the paper shredder.
What did he do?
I can say no more. After all, she told me all this in confidence.
Have another cup of coffee.
I really shouldn't.
So, what happened next?
Well, when Henry realized what Wanda had done, he cut the power to the house for just a couple of seconds so that all of the clocks would start flashing and the VCR programming would be erased, including the programming for her afternoon stories.
So, what happened next?
After Wanda noticed the flashing clocks, she called his credit card company and reported his credit card stolen. Boy, was he embarrassed that evening when he tried to charge a new modem for his computer. They kept him in the security office for over an hour.
What did he do?
When he returned home, he called the dog pound and had her dog taken away.
What happened next?
When Wanda arrived home and realized her dog was missing, she called the Salvation Army and had his big screen television picked up.
What happened next?
When he arrived home, he realized that he had been beaten, so he apologizes and asked for forgiveness.
What did she do?
I can say no more. After all, she told me all this in confidence.
Have another cup of coffee.
I really shouldn't.
So, what happened next?
Well, she's not sure what she's going to do, but if it were up to me, I would let him have it right between the eyes. It just makes me sick when you can't even trust the people you love. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Willard. Zoe, your guitar is still sitting outside the groove.
I can't take this anymore. I quit.
You can't quit, sweetheart. You're fired.
You can't fire me, I've already quit.
Stop it.
I'm tired of Luce's superiority complex.
Don't let the door hit you in the buttocks as you exit.
I can't believe this.
Don't worry, Zoe quits the band every 6 months or so. Second time this week. She'll be back. Today on Will They or Will They Not Leave, we will do something we've never done before. We will tempt both partners at the same time. That's right. We will tempt Willard to leave her relationship with Robert, and we will, at the same time, tempt Robert to leave his relationship with Willard. Sarah will offer Robert a chance at a Pulitzer Prize expose, if and only if he breaks up with Willard and begins dating her. Meanwhile, Bobby will tempt Willard with a record deal, if and only if she leaves Robert for him. Let's begin Phase 1, enticing Robert to leave Willard.
Sarah, so good to see you. How long has it been?
Robert, I'd have to say a couple of years.
My time flies. What have you been up to?
Well, can you keep a secret?
Sarah, you know you can trust me. What's going on?
I have a lead on a Pulitzer Prize expose, but I've ran up against a brick wall, and I need some assistance. So, I'm reaching out to you. Interested?
Yes, I am. What's the story about?
I can't say, unless we set up a significant other relationship with privilege that will grant us the right not to testify against each other in a criminal jury trial should either of us are charged with a crime. And we have the right not to disclose any confidential communications between us.
I'd be open to a significant other relationship to secure a Pulitzer Prize expose.
So, are you currently in a significant other relationship?
Yes, I am. But I'd be willing to end my relationship with Willard, my significant other, to pursue a relationship with you and a Pulitzer Prize expose.
Bobby, it's been a long time.
Yes, Willard, I'd say it's been a couple of years.
It's so good to see you. What have you been up to?
Willard, I'm the VP at Neutron Records. I heard your demo and I'd like to offer you a record contract. On one condition.
What is the condition?
Willard, when we broke up, I was heartbroken. I've thought about us, each and every day, hoping, praying that we might get back together. So, if you are willing to rekindle the flame that used to consume us, I would take you by the hand and guide you to the top, and make you the biggest recording sensation of all time.
That's quite a one condition.
Willard, I love you. You were my first and only true love, my soulmate. Take me back, and I will offer you everything your heart desires.
Yes, Bobby, yes.
Dante, I can't believe you did this.
Dante, I can't believe you would do this to me.
I can't believe that. You can't believe I would do something like this.
What do you mean, it's over?
You and me.
Willard, I know that we're not a perfect match, but we fit together like puzzle pieces.
I used to believe that.
What's changed?
Me.
How so?
We're traveling on separate paths. You're following those CIA reanimation rumors, and I'm spending more and more time with my music.
You mean spending more time with Dante?
What? No.
Admit it, you have feelings for him.
Dante's not the issue.